Welcome back. First fan favorite game of the season, and this is a way that you can guarantee your high school game get covered. We start the voting Mondays on KETV.com. The matchup with the most votes, very simple, Thursday at 6 o'clock, earns the fan favorite designation, and you get covered. And perhaps, if you're lucky, a trip from Matt Satilli. Papillion and Papillion La Vista South. The fan favorite game in week 1. Here's Matt Satilli with a story from Foundation Field.
The celebration here at Foundation Field, 3 years in the making. The Titans take down the crown and win the Battle of P-Town in convincing fashion. And they did so behind a titanic performance by Derek Jones. One of the biggest rivalries in the Metro, renewed in week 1. First quarter, Monarchs backed up deep in their own territory. They run a reverse that fools the cameraman, but not the defense. Papio South scores the first points of the night on a safety. On the very next play from scrimmage, Derek Jones finds a hole and hits the afterburners. A 55-yard scamper, Titans lead 8-0. Papio South piling it on and digging into its bag of tricks. Brady Alderson on the double pass to Jones. His 4th touchdown of the half, it's 35-0. The Monarchs eventually find the end zone in the second half on this Brody Parr carry, but they had no answer for Jones, who finishes with 5 total touchdowns. Titans beat their crosstown rival 41-14 for the first time since 2022.
It meant everything. They got us 2 years in a row, and my team, we came ready to win, and we wanted it more.
I've been telling people for a long time he's one of the best backs in the state. Hopefully a game like this proves that.
Quite the statement in week 1 for Clemenger and the Titans. He tells me his team will continue to take things one game at a time. Next up, it's Omaha North back here at home next Friday night. Reporting at Foundation Field, Matt Satilli, KETV News Watch 7 Sports.
All right, thank you, Matt. You know, every team has the same dream, and that is to play football in Memorial Stadium in November. That journey obviously starts tonight. It's our monster matchup, a good one, Omaha Central at Bellevue West. Our Lauren Michelson has the story from Fiman Field. Hey, Lauren.
Andy, you know, there was a lot of star power on the field tonight. Omaha Central boasts 2 top-rated recruits who won. Tori Pittman committed to Nebraska earlier this month. And then you have Caprice Keith, who committed to Iowa State. But one guy you need to know is the kicker, the sophomore. His name is Robin Vargas Pablo, and he is actually standing by with me right now. Robin, really quickly, you hit a game-winning field goal for this team. We'll get to the highlights in a second. But what was going through your mind when you hit that field goal to win this game?
Man, I'm still in disbelief I made it. Mom, Dad, I love you. Sorry, I forgot to tell you I had a game. Sorry, that's on me. I knew I could make the kick. God was with me by my side the whole time. Thank God always. I just knew I could make it. I was missing field goals, like I said, but today was my day. I knew it was my time to shine. I didn't have any reps first or second quarter. God was holding for me for the chance. Yep.
Hey, man of the hour, 39-yard field goal to win, 29-28 the final. Hey, we're going to take a look at those highlights, you guys. Bellevue West and Omaha Central meeting again. Last year it was a tight one. Once again, it was a while tonight. Central's Tori Pittman, weeks removed from his commitment to Nebraska. Second quarter, though, B.J. Newsome hits former Bellevue West star Caprice Keith, and the Eagles strike first 6-0. Extra point, no good. Later in the second, Anderson, a Northern Iowa commit, keeps it himself. That's actually Tristan Jarris James fighting for every yard there. A 22-yard touchdown. T-Birds take the lead 7-6. Later in the second, here's Anderson using his legs. 29 yards to the house, and Bellevue West with a 2-possession lead, 14-6. Central answers. Newsome and Tori Pittman connect for the touchdown. And just like that, we have a 2-point ball game. Bellevue West in front 14-12, but not for long. Newsome on the ground, makes it a 1-score game, and then the highlight of the night, time winding down, Central down to Robin Vargas Pablo, field goal for the win. It is good. 29-28 the final. Central wins it.
I've been practicing this whole week. It wasn't going my way, but I knew I had to step up at one point, and this was my chance. So this is an important match game. I knew I could make it. I have my confidence and everything. Yeah, that's about it. That's it. I want to thank God like always. God is important for every single one of y'all. That's it.
You got to hear from Robin twice tonight. Something about games that just end in a thriller like this, you guys, a good way to start week 1 of Operation Football. Andy, back to you.
All right, thank you, Lauren Michelson reporting from Bellevue West High School. Big night in Valley. They open up their new athletic complex, cutting the ribbon on their new football field for DC West. The Falcons hosting Ashland Greenwood. Now, really tough opponent to open up your new facility, right? Blue Jays doing it with defense. Jack Johnson forces the fumble. The ball is loose. It's scooped up by Barrett Cottrell. 6'5", 265. This guy can motor. Look at him. Does get pulled down, though, but that sets up Derek Tonjes, the quarterback, to Cal Kissinger. And Ashland Greenwood rolls in their opener. They beat DC West 48-0. Beautiful. Defending Class B champions, the Scott Skyhawks, opening up at Norris. The Skyhawks score first. The Titans answer with 28 points to end the first half. Marcus Nelson, 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half alone. Emmett Greenfield to Dallas Washington, 48 yards, and look at that. Norris makes a statement beating Scott, 49-3. All right, this is Gretna Elkhorn. This is Cooper Sutton from 22 yards out. And that's good. Elkhorn up 17-16. And Michael Knutson, 34-yard passing touchdown to Drew Bolts to take the lead. Gretna, last check, this score is 51-23 in the fourth quarter in Gretna. I mean, Gretna's leading in Elkhorn. How about that? How about Auburn? How about Mount Michael? This is Jet Raymold, I should say. 2-yard rushing touchdown, 7-0 Mount Michael. Will Schreiber then fights up the middle for a rushing score. Knights win 35-0. Plattsmouth at home hosting Omaha Buena Vista to open up their season. This one all Blue Devils. No one can pull down Levi Walker, although many try. He waltzes into the end zone, 14-0 home team. And then it's Jackson Eby. He runs it in. And Plattsmouth, they run, well, they didn't run it up. They just scored 55 points, I should say, 55-6. This is Rummel Stadium. This is Roncalli Catholic opening up the season, hosting Wayne. First points of the year here on defense for the Blue Devils. Austin Heiser and Elijah Stecky combined for the big stop in the end zone for a safety, 2-0 Wayne, but it's all Crimson Pride from there. Aaron Stoffel, the big gainer down the sideline. Roncalli scores 20 unanswered to win 20-2. Conestoga travels to take on Bergen. The Knights at Midland's Heatham Field. Another new playing surface in Fremont. Look at that. Look at that. Austin Schuler throws on the run to 6'7" Gavin Baker. 27-yarders, 27-3 Bergen. Then second half, Trent Manerick for 6. Knights go on to win 42-3. And in Iowa, a battle of champions. The last 2 champs in 4A. Lewis Central hosting North Polk. Second quarter, this is Titans leading by 3 when Comet quarterback James Armstrong calling his own number, giving North Polk the lead in the third quarter. Ben Glasgow scores from a yard out to make it a double-digit lead. Lewis Central will try to claw their way back. Braden Doss finds a hole, finds daylight, but North Polk comes back to win, winning 27-24.